things in order. First, thank you, God.
Yes.
When I left the DNC in 2021, it was one of those moments that you wait for. You go out, you do the work, and you listen to the call. And so one of my prayers was that, Lord, order my steps. But more so, God, I want to be in the place where I do the most good and I feel my best doing it. I want to say thank you to Vanessa and the amazing team at The Root. Thank you for telling our stories. Thank you for prioritizing us in your work. We don't do this alone, so thank you for our outlets for acknowledging that. The greatest war we will fight is the war we will fight within ourselves. The faces and impacts of white supremacy in America are evolving. Instead of being draped in white hoods, they sit around tables draped in white tablecloths as they negotiate the collective futures of Black and brown people in this country. Instead of burning crosses on the front lawns of homes and churches, they are threatening to take and privatize the very lifeblood that is clean, safe, and drinkable water. All because the land that you now sit on is too valuable for developers to scorch. Instead of supporting a culture of public safety, they militarize public servants, turning them into public enemies. Our country is at war within itself, and we are in a war waged by draconian ideology, wedged in the ideas of have and have-nots, and cans and cannots. We are at war with the truth of who we are that is illuminated by the struggle of becoming who we are charged to be. Politics are not just local. Politics are personal. When you decide to pick up the bloodstained banner and carry it on behalf of your people and your ancestors, it is personal. When more than 100,000 people who look like you, talk like you, walk like you, and live where you do are without clean drinking water, it becomes personal. When more than 30% of children live in extreme poverty in your home state, yet your government decides to give tens of millions of dollars to NFL Hall of Famers and pro wrestling superstars, it becomes personal.
Talk about it.
Say it again. Say it again. Let them hear it.
When the place you call home is ravished by dilapidated healthcare systems that are impacting people who are plagued with disease, causing them to have to drive more than 50 miles in search of health care because the elected officials want to expand Medicaid and Medicare, it is personal. When prisons that sit atop plantations operate as plantations in the 21st century, it is personal.
Say it.
When viable Black candidates continually fall short of victory in a place that has at least a 40% Black voting population, all because of punitive and oppressive electoral systems, it's personal. Now, I told y'all when I decided to leave the DNC to come home to lead the Southern Poverty Law Center in Mississippi, it was personal. The decision to forego doing work on behalf of people who would never know my name and return home to do the work for people who share my name is personal. People like my mama and my daddy, my brother, my sister Waikinya and Jana posthumously, my team Lolita and Edric and Jarita and Shauna and Linda, and my sisters and brothers in the Mississippi Rapid Response Coalition, Rakia, Danielle, Halima, Tehran, Brooke, Nasambi, Efren, Lorena, Wendy. For us, this is personal. For Kenton, for Jackson, for Mississippi, the entire state of Mississippi, this is personal, y'all. For Black folks across America, this battle cry is personal.
That's right.
The fight to eradicate poverty is personal. The fight for a woman's bodily autonomy is personal. The fight for equitable wages is personal. The fight for voting rights is personal. For the fight for quality, accurate, and equitable education is personal. And the fight to end mass incarceration is personal, y'all. The fight to love who you choose is personal. And the fight to end white supremacy and systemic racism is personal. The fight to live is personal. And I take this work very personally. Now, who's gonna get personal with me? Because it's gonna take all of us, heads up.